Hello all, Dr. Fox back here with you with a weekend update. Castle Nathria is live. We've got Season 1. There's just so much. So why don't we jump into this, shan't we? Dr. Fox back here with you with a weekend update. Of course, as you may have heard or seen or been playing and been feeling it, it's off and running. Castle Nathria is live. So you're able to do that. There is a hotfix coming this week, so just a heads up. I know a streamer that got 4 pieces running it. They're doing a hotfix to pull. They're like, too many pieces are dropping. They're just giving a heads up on that. The for all the season 1s for all the different parts are live. As well as it's over in the weekly cache, is the over in Hall of Holding in Oribos. Upper right hand corner is where you're going to want to check on that. There'll be these lit up circles that will kind of tell you. You can only get 1 piece a week, but you've got the different ones. You got your mythics that you can now build, and then you've got your raid, and then those will light up. That's sort of how that will go live for you as well. Good news, my character is not stuck anymore thanks to a auto setup where I totally forgot about this. I remember now I had to use that a long time ago once. And it forces your character to Westfall. And I just flew back up to Stonewind, and then I just went that way and got right back on, and I've been so excited. I'm so proud of myself. I got the pet battle safari this week, so I've caught all my pet battles I need. I've got to upgrade them though, and I'm slowly starting to I like it when I'm starting to be able to get back into collecting and starting to level my pets again and things like that. Most of my gear on my main character is and a great news, I'm so excited. I hit item level 150 finally. I know you need 155 for heroic. And some I've just been jumping right into mythic. Well, it's not that simple for my setup. But I am excited. I've been getting pieces higher than that, and I'm so proud of myself. I actually went out and got to do the when they have the what I used to call the 3 emissaries, but it's you go to your emissary and take those quests each time. I had the one for Bastion. I had, you do 3 dailies in Meldraxxus. And I'm so excited. My Bastion is finally honored. And I think I finally hit friendly with the Undying or something like that. And I've got all the maps unlocked for exploration except I think there's still a bottom piece on the Maw. I haven't been spending a lot of time in the Maw lately. And then there's still a few minute ones, I think in Meldraxxus or Revendra. It's one of the... I gotta look when I get in, but I have my Demon Hunter up because I got a new transmog for her Warblade. She can't actually put those on yet. I just wanted to share that with you to help give me a reminder, a visual reminder. Visual reminders help me a lot, especially with my brain injury as well. Helps a lot. I thankfully finally got a hold of... an individual that has been helping us do property care, landscaping. And thankfully he got the bid for doing our road. So I was able to get him to come over later in the day to plow. But sadly, early in the day, I suffered pretty hard and couldn't get a hold of him sooner. So I was trying to help get one of my tenants, older kids, out of the driveway, and I was trying to at least clean the driveway up, and I was in a lot of pain. I realized I just can't do much of that anymore. It's really, really debilitating on my body now. And I might say that, but if finance is cut, I may be stuck still doing it, even if I am in a lot of pain. So we have to kind of go with those parts as we go. Castle Nathria, of course, has gone live for the raids as well. Have some of all you been sharing that? We're interested. I'm always interested and excited to see who's going to be the world's first on those, and how all that plays out again as we go as well. We did have someone ask me too about the mail. Like when you log in right here on the main screen, if a character has some mail, there was this little icon. I saw it for about a day, And whether they were having some issues or something, I hope that they realize. I mean, I know they're working on a lot of stuff right now. They're trying to do everything they can, of course. But they may have found that it just like it's causing an error and we just can't load it back in. I would love to see that come back. I really liked it. And I was all ecstatic. And then I started using my mail system again. And I'm like scratching my head going, how come I'm not seeing those? Is there some sort of discrepancy there? And sure enough, I guess they took it away within like a very short time after that. And I was like, no wonder I only saw it for like a moment. And it was an original feature they were trying to pull in there. So let's just hope anyway that they do bring that back as well. How was all your new week playing and getting in there? Are you doing something else, or some of you individuals back? How's your Renown doing? I think I finally hit Renown 4, and I was able to finally get my second. I think I finally got Pelagos. I think I'm very, very excited to finally get him because of him being trans. So, when he was living, and I love that character unlocked. So, and I've been looking long and forward and excited for him. So I'm able to now send out for them for 2 missions. Some of you that have really been at it, strong in the last few weeks, just grinding away at it. I've been kind of waiting for when they have big purple, large amounts of anima to go after. And I've been kind of doing it then, and then all kind of waiting for Bastion. Before I used to just go out and do like all the dailies, and I'm just not finding the time, and not just time, but they're just not as quick either. Too, it kind of stinks that there's not. But I understand the trade-off for this. There's less of them, but. Also, our internet struggles over here have not been very challenging. We did get our internet radio back up and running. I am excited that's been a lot of fun. We posted about that. We've got some holiday music playing on that through the holiday anyway. And then it should go back to regular music in January, the new year, and see about that. We may not keep that up very long. It was something kind of enjoyable. I enjoyed doing on the side a little bit when internet is a bit struggling over here, and but that is a story for a whole different day. So let's see. As I mentioned, I unlocked almost all the explorations. I mentioned the pet battles. I've been every day. I pretty much log in and check for catch-up gear. I've been using the companion app a lot more, of trying to send them out, because I am having issues getting into the game much more as well. And as I mentioned, I'm finally excited. I hit that item level 150. Still plugging away. Like I said, I'm starting to. When I did those 3 quests that you pick up, or as I like to call them, it's sort of like the new version of the 3 emissaries you pick up. It's interesting. I got a nice piece out of that. I think I got a 155 out of that. So, I'm slowly getting those pieces up a little further as I go. I'm not trying to jump in and these queues for some of those raids, like before, are like an hour wait. And that's just normal. And, I know there's some achievements and other things going on with it, but... I don't know. It's just pulling me back a bit. I did get a few more of the pet battle vids up. Thank you all for all your support on those pet vids. I really, really appreciate that, and I'm very grateful. I really have done a lot of research on a lot of them this time around. And hoping that they have good staying power through, because I know in BFA there was some struggles there with some of our earlier vids, and then some of the patches changed and made it more difficult, or when we had new ones introduced, that it made easier to get those. And of course there's that great website out there too that really you can just really kind of plug in who you got, so you don't even really have to waste your time with a video. That can kind of give you a much easier system. It kind of defeats the purpose of some of the vids, even though the vids are still great when someone wants a visual of that, which really helps. So I try to keep those going as well. And as we mentioned, the PvP is live, so for those that are trying to go after the 2500 and be able to get your the new vicious mount out, is this very creepy eerie looking spider, and there's this gorgeous black dragon as well. That's really, really hard to get, or at least if you can get some folks together and be. I just don't have the good internet for that. I don't have. There's a lot of aspects why it makes it really difficult for me to be able to do a lot of that as well. Let's see. Oh, and then I had someone ask about the scaling legacy loot as well. Like if you try to go back a couple of expansions and when you play like an old raid, yeah, it still isn't quite the numbers. It takes still a bit longer, even with some of the newer gear. Like I said, I know I'm still a little short on gear, so I can't really put this to the test well. But I've noticed some other streamers out there that have shown the same outcome. It's a little bit debilitatingly struggling on that part of it, aspect of it. I mean, if you have the extra time, sure. I think it's doable in most. Anything much slightly older than that for older content, you shouldn't have really too much struggle to do, especially now that we're 60 and we're starting to get some decent raid gear. We know there's always still the next two major patches where a lot of times we'll see new catch-up gear for those as we come out, and then as we get to the tail end of the game, we'll have some better pieces, like we always tend to do. And as you can see over here, that I thought I'd share some scenery today. Mora's decided to take a nap in the other room, but I wanted to get this done. I got kind of a busy day. I got to crank out brunch, and then I got to run in town and get a few errands. Normally, I don't do that. I normally wait, and I'll go every other Wednesday or so, depending on the schedule. That's not always the day, but sometimes that's the circumstance, depending on what happens. But I had an item, and I wish I could have come here. It cost me almost $10 to $15 for just one round trip in town now. And I think the shipping on one of those items was only going to be like $5.99, and that thing would have gotten delivered like a week ago. And if I don't pick it up in a week, and God forbid they can't hold it for another 48 hours when I'll be in town anyway. And I get it. Look, I know retail. I've had to work it. You got to clear the shelves and whatnot. And so I get all that. Anyway, it's just something else on the calendar that's got to be done. That's all. And speaking of that, we're going to be shifting gears for calendar very, very, very shortly. Just to kind of tidy this last little bit up here as well. And I think we've pretty much covered this week's, after I bury my face in my notebook. This is how I have to do it now. I'd love to be able to like kind of keep it off screen and just glance at it, or like near the camera or something, but it just doesn't work. And that, or to be able to edit all those parts, but it's not, I'm not able to do those pieces. And sadly, this is becoming a bit more struggling to do, not by choice. A long story. But with that, we're gonna kind of shift gears, and we'll go in here to my good old character, my main, and we're gonna do our I love my calendar kitties. Sweet calendar kitties. I have my 2021 cat calendar already. I think I got it back in like June. And normally I'm a very organized chica, and I've been able to spend more time offline getting some things organized and whatnot. But for the life of me, I can't find my kitty calendar. So I've been going around nutty trying to find that. And it's no big deal. I know you can always go back to the Dollar Tree and pick another one up for like $1. If there's any left, because a lot of times they're usually, as we get closer to Christmas, they're usually been hoarded through, so there's very few of those cute ones even available anymore. But with that said, all right, so we come in, and speaking of mail, see, look at that. Oh, good, I did sell some. I've also been plugging away really quick. Let me show you. My herbalism is almost to 150. So, and with that, I've been putting my mats up and just going like right around the sale price. They're still moving decent. So far, so good, at least for the moment. So I thought, if I can make a little bit of that back for plugging away, I thought that would help. And with that, we're going to shift gears in the calendar. And as you can see here with the calendar, we've got Castle Nathria Battlegrounds bonus event, that's going to end this week as well. The Shadowlands Dungeon event will be beginning, so it's nice to see that shifting gears. PvP Brawl is going to go live. Packed House, that's going to be ending this week as well. For those, sadly, that missed Darkmoon Fair last week for that extra small rep and XP buff, that's gone. But starting this Wednesday, another one of my brother and I's favorite holidays, we have the Feast of the Wintervale is going live. And so I'm very excited about that. And then we have Time Walking coming up in a couple weeks. Pet Battle bonus is happening next week. And then the good old fireworks around New Year's, at least New Year's for the U.S. I'm not talking about the end of January New Year's quite yet. We have that Lunar Festival coming up later, as well as we start shifting gears into January. But as where we are with that is the calendar. That's going to wrap things up. Hopefully you get to pick up 2 to 4 items before the hotfix in Castle Nathria Raid. If not, at least I hope you can get 2 items. Call me in the morning. And once again, we will see you later.